The M18, really cool gun that has been the subject of an actual video that I've made talking about my own personal daily carry. Now, you've seen lots of other videos in which I've talked about my daily carry, or maybe perhaps something where I might be something that is in my regular carry rotation. But when I bought this gun, it's that I really wanted to have a daily carry gun. So, one of the cool things about the SIG 320 is that it has interchangeable grip modules. Here's the factory one that came with. What's interesting about this one is that it's kind of got this sort of ball shape. A little bit of a rounded side here, round in the back. There's no interchangeable back straps. It's just one solid piece. Now, I changed this out after some time with this Wilson Combat one. Ergonomically, it is superior to the original. One of the things you can see here is the Wilson Combat has the ability to put in these 3 tungsten inserts that you can see. It's got a flared mag well at the bottom. It's got a nice cut here, relief for thumb. There's a couple other little areas where you can actually really feel the grip. There's a deeper cutout here for your middle finger, and then there's 4 notches instead of 3. Obviously, this is the M18 version. You can see that there's a manual safety. Now, one of the things that I've spent some time on in the last year is really getting good with using my 1911. I love these guns. There's something special about the way that a 1911 feels. This one's got a lot of work and time and sweat equity into it. But it's not really something I want to carry all the time, because even though I would absolutely carry it, it is limited. You can carry only 10 rounds on you with one in the chamber. Beautiful as it is, I needed something different. I wasn't very happy with the grips that I had here. And even with the beautiful 21 round magazine that the M18 offers, I still wasn't very happy with the way that the grip felt. It just didn't have as much purchase for my lower finger as I wanted to, especially with only the 17 round magazine inserted. So I decided that I was going to go to a conversion. This is the M1811. The M1811 is the SIG 320 M18 manual safety fire control group. Now, what I've done with this gun is I have actually modified it pretty seriously, but the biggest change came from this Brouwer Solutions M1811 grip module. Now, this one had to be modified by Brouwer Solutions at additional cost to make sure that I was able to use the thumb safety. And I'm going to tell you why I like having that in a moment. But basically what we have here is the entire slide, barrel, striker, trigger assembly, and fire control unit and safety system from the regular M18, the one that uses this grip, except the grip has now been changed. And I've added that with a couple other things. Now, we're going to obviously safety check this gun before we play with it any, but I wanted to show you why this gun is so special and why I am so happy to have it as my absolute daily carry. These two guns are remarkably similar in a couple of ways. The grip angle is very similar to the 1911. Now, one of the things that makes it very cool is that I've maintained the use of the manual safety. And something that's special about the M1811 or the M18 is that the manual safety on a regular 1911 only works when the hammer is cocked. Because this is a striker-fired handgun, you can use the safety at any time, as it only affects the trigger. That's something that Sig Sauer has been doing for a long time. One of the things you can also do is actuate the slide. So if you wanted to have the safety, this is an empty mag, you can have the safety in and chamber a magazine with the safety still on, drop the safety and fire. So what's really cool about this is that if you've gotten used to the 1911 system where you draw the firearm, disengage the safety, and fire, you actually won't be losing very much here. Now, one of the things that a lot of people like is this 2011 design. Well, the reason that the M1811 is called the M1811 is that it's kind of a blend between a 1911 and a 2011. I have a 21 round magazine here that is very reliable, made of steel, shoots 21 rounds. I think it's a Metgar Italian, which is really good. And this is one of the factory ones. It'll also use the 17 round mag as well. So what's great about this gun now, with a few of the other modifications I've done, it is miles different than the last version and iteration that I had that used this Wilson combat grip. I was really not comfortable, even with the great tungsten inserts in this, as the gun didn't feel as balanced as I liked. Turns out, just the grip made it so much easier for me. This little lip here at the bottom helped pull in my control of the handgun to an extreme degree, so much that I can shoot this gun unbelievably fast. And with having the manual safety, some of the things that make me afraid of having this particular gun are actually mitigated by some of the things that now I can actually use and employ, such as just leaving it in the holster with the safety on all the time. And because I have been practicing with the 1911, having that safety on and off there actually makes me feel good. One of the reasons that I liked having the safety is that because I was then able to go to Armory Craft and get a spring trigger reduction kit for about $30. What that did was lighten up the striker spring and few of the springs in here, such as the trigger spring and the trigger return spring. What that has done is given me the ability to have a very light trigger pull. One of the things I've also done is I've changed the factory recoil system with the DPM recoil system. It's a company that's based out of Greece, that it has a recoil spring that actually a recoil system that uses a third spring inside of this rod here. So you have a big spring here, a second spring here, and then there's even a third one. Ideally, what would happen is that the big spring takes on most of the movement, the second spring takes on the last, and then the third spring mitigates it a little bit more. What that does is that it cracks open really easily, slows down as it uses the second spring, and as the third spring goes, mitigates some of the slide crunching against the back of the stop here. Ultimately, that gives you a lighter recoil impulse. And this gun has a lighter recoil impulse now than using a lot of other guns of similar sizes that use compensators. It's been 100% reliable, and I think that it's been absolutely wonderful. Of course, one of the things I recommend for everybody is to get the Go Gun gas pedal takedown lever. This has been really handy, especially now that I've added the optic and the Brouwer module. When I was using this with the Wilson combat grip, I was not getting anything as an advantage, so I actually ended up taking it off and going with the factory one instead. Now that I've put on the Brouwer module, I am absolutely in ship shape when using this, because I'm able to have a very consistent grip and I'm able to keep the muzzle down under recoil, assisted by the lip here at the bottom. Now, given that all of these things work together in tandem, it's absolutely true that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I'm using a Streamlight TLR7X, a very decent light for the size, and of course a SIG Romeo 1 Pro. One of the things I was looking at is getting one of those SIG Romeo M17 sights, as I have astigmatism, and the ability to see out of that is not inhibited by my astigmatism, whereas using the red dot in this case actually leaves me with some problems. One of the things that I can see looking through my phone is how crisp and clear this dot is, but when I look through it with my eye, I see a starburst. The great thing about that SIG M17 Romeo is that I actually can see a very crisp, sharp line, as it is a closed emitter system. So a couple of the things I really just wanted to talk about in this case was we are dealing with a wonderful system here that can run with the 17 round mag. It can also run with the 21 round mag. The DPM recoil mitigation system. We're now using the grip Brouwer M1811 module. I have reduced the trigger weight and added this Legion style steel trigger from SIG with the Romeo 1 Pro, the TLR7X, and this Go Gun gas pedal. Now you're thinking, oh my gosh, given you've changed the entire shape of the gun, what on earth are you going to do about a holster? I am fortunate because I have found a Haley Strategic Incog X that is based really more on the light and the slide than it is based on the frame, to such a degree that it will actually allow me to use even the gas pedal, and I have nice positive retention. It won't drop, and it can wear inside the waistband. Now, it's made by Safariland and Haley Strategic, and it was not cheap. However, I think that it is excellent for what it is. Now, does it fit the inside absolutely perfectly? No, it doesn't. But it doesn't snap into place. It just kind of quietly locks into place, and it takes a little bit of effort to get it out. So I am very satisfied with that. And this is my favorite carry system that I have employed over the last several years because I'm best with it. Some of the things that I've done is just that my low ready to high ready or low ready to fire drills are the fastest that I have. The only gun that is faster than this one in my arsenal is my Platypus. So I would say if you're considering doing your own Lego kit gun, start with an M18 or 17 so that you can get this wonderful safety that it has here. Then you can carry it much like you do a 1911, except you get 21 rounds, polymer grip, striker fire, optics ready, external safety with a very nice flat trigger, the ability to have a gas pedal style optic, or a gas pedal style without running it on the optics rail or the light rail, and of course that it has a rail on the front. Given all of the wonderful stuff that we know about this, I am just thrilled with it. And honestly, from a utility standpoint, it's the best shooting gun that I have as far as utility. Is it as beautiful as this wonderful Colt Combat Commander with the ram's horn green grips? No, it is not. This is a beautiful, wonderful gun that I am just in love with, but this is a toy/carry gun. This is really a carry gun that is meant for serious duty, self-protection, protection of others, protection of your home, and I'm really just thrilled with it. So, you know, I was actually getting ready to sell this gun, but now that I have a very serious build together here, I'm just happy. So, you know, I went all the way from having a stock M18, as you can see, to doing some minor modifications to truly being happy with it. I have about let's say $650 into the gun. I was able to purchase this optic used for $200. This light was $125. The trigger was $100. The trigger kit was $30. The Go Gun's gas pedal was $35. The Brouwer Systems grip was $90 with $20 extra to have the safety system cut out. So we're looking well over $1,000. But when you look at what you get, and that this gun thinks it's a 2011, but it has a striker, and it has the unbelievable reliability and usability of the SIG 320 platform, I find that this is an unbelievable value to have a kitted out gun like this. You can also do this with the M17 as well, but given that you can make this into a very manageable carry size, I'm very happy with it. So I hope everyone's doing well. This is my review of a couple of the mods, including the DPM recoil system and the Brouwer module. Hope you're having a good day.